Ephesians 4:26 and 27, be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your wrath, nor give place to the devil. Listen carefully. I'm running out of time. I got to really make my point strong here. An outburst of wrath is giving place to the devil. You have to get a hold of your anger. You've got to get rid of your outburst of wrath. That's what it's saying. An outburst of wrath is giving place to the devil. My dad abused us as kids. My dad had a temper. He would blow up. When I had my kids were young, I found myself blowing up like my dad blew up. Praise God for Dr. James Dobson in his book, The Strong-Willed Child, that I read, which basically said, when your kids really make you mad, take a break. Put them in the room and then go cool off before you go and discipline them. And it was really good to be able to break the cycle, because I learned later on that my dad was treated me like his dad treated him, and I was ready to treat my kids, and that would have been passed on. And now my son David doesn't treat his son Braxton that way, because somehow the cycle was broken. I had, but David was mouthing off to me. David was particularly mouthy. I love him deeply, by the way. He's my oldest son. He's a physician's assistant, so I brag on him all the time. I was a paramedic for 6 years, then became a physician's assistant, but growing up, he was mouthy. And he was mouthing off to me. He was about 8 years old, and I grabbed him by the ear. It's like what my dad would have done. Grab him by the ear and just kind of like twisted a little bit. And I felt so convicted that I took him inside. I sat him down and I said, listen, what you were doing was wrong for sure, but I shouldn't have grabbed you by the ear. And I'm sorry that I did it. Will you forgive me? To which he awkwardly said, because your dad's apologizing to you. He awkwardly like, yeah, sure, Dad. I'll forgive you. What's really funny is now David's 22 or 23. He's not right now. Now he's 30-something. But he was 22 or 23 years old. He says to me, Dad, do you remember when I was a little kid, you used to twist my ear all the time? I'm like, I did it once. It got rewritten now. You're rewriting history. I don't have time to tell you all the things that I went through as a kid because my dad abused me and my sister, my older sister especially. I have a 2-year older sister than me. And, but I can tell you that if you are abusing your children, if you are letting your anger get the best of you, pray that they don't become a pastor and tell their stories to thousands of people every weekend. Somehow take care of it before it gets out of line, because you're giving a place to the devil. Your temper will give a place to the devil. It's very easy to see how it is. It's very easy to see how it works. Right after me and Lisa had gotten married, I've gone too long to tell stories, but I'm going to anyway. Right after me and Lisa had gotten married, we got into a fight. I was 20 when we got married. She was 18. A month later, she turned 19 and I turned 21. That's how young we were when we got married. So we get into a fight. And you know, I'm not saying that women know how to push men's buttons, but it can happen. And so she's saying something, and she's saying something, and she's saying something, and she's saying something, and she's saying something. And finally, I grab a lamp that's on the counter, and I smash it. Something my dad would have done. We're very early married. And I feel crushed with it. I just feel ashamed. I feel crushed that I would do such a thing. And I remember saying to her, I'll never do it again. No matter what, I will never do that again. And by the grace of God, I never did it again. It is something you have to really make a decision. I will not be this person in order to not have it happen. Because you will give a place to the enemy when you're doing those kind of things.